Oh, do you and you and you. I figured I would do a relationship draw. I haven't done that in a while, or where I just kind of randomly pull the sign. So I've got my cards pulled here. Already I can tell you it's going to be a rough one. But like with everything else today, I see a happy ending. But this is, and I'm really confused. So I'm going to be flipping some more cards here because, God, tell it to me straight. Does he love me? Yeah. But I feel like there's this other thing that he's. Let me hold on. What am I talking about here? And I will put a link below because I want to stare at this a little bit more. Hmm. It's like, how will I live without you? If you ever go to another sad love song, still stuck in my head, to I will survive, to like hella good. Virgo Gemini relationship. Okay, this is a Virgo Gemini relationship. Or you have both of those in your chart, or somebody that you're dealing with, you're confused about their behavior, your person, they could have that predominantly in their chart as well. This person is really in a lot of regret. Like, they made you sad. Someone made you sad, and you're not that kind of person. This is you. But after dealing with this person, this is you. This is you as advice, as what to do. So if you don't have time for me to ramble on like I seemingly endlessly do, the advice for this spread for this person that's coming back, that made you sad, that lied to you, that you know might have still been dealing with someone else, it's to not give any more to that situation. Sad squirrel is sad because he doesn't give, because he's greedy, because he keeps to himself. That's your advice. Be greedy. Keep to yourself. Do not give any more to this situation. At least right now. You're a very giving, loving person. That's why it's like, oh God, what did this come up in? You could be dropped anywhere in the world, and because you're pure and honest and friendly, really, when you want to be, you might be like an introverted extrovert kind of person, but at the very core of you, you have a huge heart. And you understand that compassion means that you pay it forward, and we create the world that we live in. So if you live in integrity and truth and honesty, then that's, you have a world that is more filled with truth and integrity and honesty. And this other person that you're dealing with doesn't see the world that way. And either it was starting to rub off on you, or you don't know why it ended. And the theme for the night is kind of dodging a bullet. If there was rejection, it was rejection as protection, and them trying to come back right now, or feeling nostalgic about your sex life, or feeling like, oh, I felt so safe in their arms, or you feel very unsafe in the world, maybe. If there is any inclination to go back to them, it's not because you think that it's going to work out perfectly. I don't think you're a delusional person. I think that you see very clearly. It's just that they weren't honest with some things. That's why I put on this relaxing music when I pulled these cards. I was like, oh no, not the lies and the deceit and the third party and them ruining the relationship and wanting to not take responsibility for that or something. It's like they are going to. Um, yeah, this is very specific. Okay, so they are going to try to weasel their way back in with now they're going to be honest. Finally, now they're going to be honest. Yeah, it may even be after you've moved on. It's like, okay, the I will survive part of your story is on. You've moved on. Like, no, walk out the door, turn around now, you're not welcome anymore. Maybe you had a situation where you used to like fight or like break up to make up or something. But a clue would be that I think the last time you said, no, this is the last time, I'm not doing this again. And you kind of need to hold yourself to that right now. If you jump back into bed with them, like I was saying, it's because you feel unsafe in the world. You feel unsafe in the world, but like, who will protect you from them? Like, even if you feel protected from the world with them, like, who will protect you from him? Like, fuck the world. Like, I don't know. So I don't know if they have a temper or if they're just so stubborn and stuck in their ways that they like they're pretending like you don't know something that you already know. Change, abundance. Your abundance is yours. Like, you deserve everything beautiful in the world. You deserve to be having fun. You deserve to be with a partner that doesn't make you feel like sad squirrel. But you've done enough. You've given enough here. Um, think about all. It's like, oh my god, they're gonna sneak back in with suddenly being honest here. With whatever they would never really come out with about in the past, it's all right. My new quest is now I'm an honest person and I love you and now I want to marry you and here's the ring. And they're still not really totally being honest. It's almost the same thing as when you first got together, but with this a different person. It's like, yes, they do see you as like the queen of the universe or the king of the universe. And they do love you. And they do have regrets about what they did, but this it doesn't make it okay even if they're honest about it. Even if they're honest about it, it doesn't make it okay. And if it's this gray area where they were like, well, yeah, I cheated on you, but it's because I missed you so much or something. No, I'm not sharing that story. I'm told Spirit I'm not sharing any more personal stories this week. Sorry. But it's a situation where you almost wanted to respect them for telling the truth because you're like, oh, well, they're the bigger person to say, yeah, I cheated on you, but no. Maybe you can make peace with them. Maybe you can say, okay, no hard feelings, but I go this way and you go that way. You're not going to bring any strong emotions or fights, no getting into it, no discussing it. Because what I see here, oh shoot, I flipped the cards back over. Well, let me flip some more. What I saw was a third party situation, a love triangle, a side relationship that they had been in before and never ended when you guys started dating. Like it never really ended and they were never really honest with you. Or it's like, oh, that's my, I don't know why, that's my Swedish girlfriend and you're my Chilean girlfriend and that's my something, I don't know. So what you're going to do is say, well, it's very noble of you to tell the truth now, or to say, I want commitment now that you've moved on. They may very well be as brokenhearted and sad and in the dumps and rock bottom as they've ever been in their life. But that's only fair because that's what they did to you. I feel like that's already, you already went through that process. Sometimes if you're a woman, they say that the woman feels the breakup before the man does. It could have even been like a month or a year, and it's only starting to hit him now that you're not coming back and you're not going to take him back. Right? You're not coming back. I wish I could look at you. And you're not going to take him back. Boundaries. 7 of Wands. Hurry up and get to the boundaries of saying no. And it's like that Lily Allen song. At first, when I see you cry, it makes me smile. At first, oh my god. Because he cheated on her and it's like coming back crying. And you already went through that. So it was a beautiful relationship. It was a soulmate connection from what I can tell. But nothing's set in stone. Nobody belongs to anybody. And if you're not being honored and if they are not empowering you, like, really, get out of here. Something about them was never going to change. Something about them doing that and being that way and making excuses like, well, at least I'm honest about it. Some other people wouldn't be honest about it, so you should take me back. No, you gave enough, you did enough, you've suffered enough, you've been sad long enough. Like I was saying, let me touch on this boundaries here. How can you really begin to move on and have boundaries if you haven't? The Knight of Wands calls for action. It's like being free-spirited after being bogged down by sadness or being constantly getting your hopes up and then being disappointed again. Or I'm sorry, this is one of those readings where it's like they were lying to you. They were lying to you. So whether they admit to half of it, 14% of it, it's like if you want to do the math about all of the time that they wasted, all of your precious time that they wasted. And time is money. You know, do some multiplication, some addition, find yourself a number and take yourself shopping and pretend they don't exist. Their broken heart is their broken heart. Like they broke their own heart. They broke their own heart. Hold on here. With these boundaries, let's see. And if this is them, wait, what did I pull? Virgo? They might be the Virgo. And it would be almost in the shadow. You know, Virgos aren't even really that stubborn, but I'm getting a stubbornness about them insisting on, oh boy. If you love me, you'll love me unconditionally and you'll accept me back. And it's like, where was their unconditional love for you when they were lying to you? Or I just feel like there was a lot of times where you should have had someone next to you and you were alone because you are entertaining this one. This is a manipulative, uh, emotionally manipulative person to me. Oh my god, you deserve so much better than that. Oh boy, what fell? Alright, the lovers. I see the lovers. This is such a shame. This is like a tragedy. But what I was saying is nothing's set in stone. Nothing. Maybe you went from loving this person to hating this person, and that's okay. Your feelings are valid. Feel your feelings. So maybe that's the boundary, is maybe you've always been the good one or the good girl or the good boy or the honest one, and it's like you can be the one that makes trouble now. You can be, if you want to run away and not even give them an explanation, that's fine. You don't owe them an explanation. You don't owe them a fight. Oh my god, six. Dang. So for you, okay, so for them, the six that they get is the blues. They're gonna have the blues. They're gonna be singing the blues because their baby don't love them no more. And it has nothing to do with love. And maybe they're gonna try and be portray themselves as the victim. They're the victim of themselves, trying to manipulate everyone in their life instead of just being honest. Hmm. Okay, so let me tell you what you get. You win, by the way. There's public acclaim here, so you might be winning a prize or getting a scholarship or something that like like brings pride to your town. If you're from a small town, they're going to be super proud of you, and like people in the bank will be like, "Hey, aren't you something something?" So there's something about a glow up in your life where you're looked at publicly as someone who is like really good news or something, and this person couldn't, this person would just kill your vibe and like be fine with it because they make the excuses like, well, I am who I am, and if you don't like who I am, then you must not love me. And no, no, you're a grown up and you need a grown up relationship. Oh yeah, what was I gonna say? So the sixes, all the sixes came out. You get all the good ones. This is recovery for you, so out of the storm, safer waters. And for some of you, it could have literally been a near death experience where it caused you to relook at your life and be like, wait, what? Where were you? Like maybe you went through something traumatic and they were not there for you, and they're being like, like, what's the matter? Why are you mad? And it's like, I didn't have my partner there to protect me or to be with me, or it's just I'm not laying alone cold at night in bed one more night while you're out Lord knows what. So that's for somebody. Yeah, Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles. And if this is a divorce, you take them for everything they've got. And you buy yourself everything you've ever wanted. Turn that frown upside down. This is some retail shopping therapy here. If you can afford it. Don't make any decisions based on a tarot reading if you can't afford it. But it looks like you're about to get either a scholarship or an inheritance. And it's going to be that thing that if you're like, oh, I can't even leave them right now if you're still married, something's going to happen. It's a gift from God. It's a gift from all the gods. They want you to get out of this. And if you're not married and they suddenly show up with the ring, oh no, oh no, oh no. No, that's a no for me, dog. And they're still not being honest. They're still not being honest. So, you were more innocent in this relationship than they were. And it could be that you leave. You leave town. It's like this town or this environment reminds you of them or something like that. But it could be that this money that's about to come into you, or this public acclaim, or this promotion, it's like you're going to go from having to worry about money to not having to worry about money. You're going to have all the resources you need. You're going to understand everything you need. You're going to have the personal power and the fortitude after you turn your back on this person who actually might be for the first time seemingly vulnerable, but they're still not telling you the whole story. So, what is the thing that you don't know? What is the thing that you don't know? That it's like something's bugging me about this, and they're never really going to be honest about it. What is it? Pull a couple cards here from this deck, too. Mm. Hmm. Okay. Well, besides the third party, the love triangle that I was saying they were kind of still connected to someone from their past when you got together, there's also some connection to shady business dealings, maybe in their family, or they were part of a gang or something when they were like a teenager. It's something in their past where they might actually have like a police record and you don't know it, or they're connected to something. Ooh, corrupt police officers, corrupt politicians, maybe. So it could be that the dodging the bullet message, which is the theme this week, is them. You didn't just dodge a bullet of someone who wasn't going to be completely honest with you about sleeping with other people when they're out of town or whatever. It's that there's something really shady in their money or their family's money or the business that they do that they're not being honest about, that you want no part of. Yep, so keep your boundaries up. It doesn't matter if they come in saying all the right. Remember, you've done your time in sad squirrel land because of this person, and if it's their turn, it's their turn. That's not your problem. Sad squirrel says do not give any more time, attention, or emotion to the situation or this person. Focus on your art. Make a playlist of hell no, you can't come back songs in your life. Is there anything else you need to know before I get going here? Fillmore. Huh. Hmm. Um. Yeah, you really dodged a bullet. This would be like this. There was some really It could even be like a bloodline thing, a family line of, oh my god, like maybe if this is in America, like they built their family fortune on like slavery or something. And if you married into this family or you entertained this person anymore, that karma would become yours and you would be dealing with it. And it would be this dark cycle where it's like your karma is clear and free right now. You don't want any part of that. So, like I was saying, you deserve all the beautiful things in the world. And it doesn't matter how honest this person is now. They weren't honest when it mattered. They weren't there for you when it mattered. They weren't there for you when you needed them. And it's like one more night of laying in bed cold, alone in the dark when you're supposedly with someone. That's a joke. That's not a relationship. That is sad. That is sad. So, move on. You know, your abundance is your own. Your purity, your heart, that needs to be defended. So if you feel brokenhearted, you're going to wounded warrior this up. Just one more stretch. You're almost to the top of the mountain there. Okay, so when you get there, what happens? Ah, more confidence. Peace. How about that? Peace, rest, confidence. No, it's like you haven't felt free spirited in a long time. Mixed with the Queen of Wands and the Four of... That comes after the Three of Swords. So yeah, you're ahead of this breakup game. Like, they're behind. Like, they don't... Or they are finally just realizing that this is over. Like, you already knew, and you've kind of gone through the grieving process here. So don't let them drag you back into theirs just because they're behind. Because they are just starting to now finally realize that you're not coming back this time, that you have boundaries up this time that you're enforcing. You know, this is time to be feisty and protect your energy. Not everyone gets access to you, and you don't owe them a blowout fight, and you're not going to jump into bed with them because you're feeling unsafe because the world is chaotic. They're not going to be able to protect you from the world or from the karma of their family and or from themselves. So you have to stand up for yourself. You deserve all the beautiful things. You deserve peace and rest and healing. It could be time to go on a retreat. It could be time to take action and really go on a vacation or a retreat where you don't have to deal with anyone. You're not tasked with a to-do list where you're literally just saying, wow, I made it out of that alive and in one piece. And your theme song is I Will Survive. It's a good day sunshine too. Feeling hella good. Feeling hella good and rested. Your peace is your own. Like, you've worked for it. You deserve it. And you don't have to worry about what comes next. Baby steps. First, take the steps to, say no, put up your boundaries, refuse help or assistance or emotional support at this time. That all belongs to you right now. Your emotional support is for yourself. And you can figure out what to do next. You quiet contemplation here. You'll figure all that out in due time. But this is about someone who wasn't honest with you and who suddenly maybe wants to be that guy, and they may love you and they may realize that this was a soulmate connection, and it may have been. But no one belongs to anyone and nothing is set in stone. And if you weren't being honored or respected, You dodged a bullet here. You really did. Your wish fulfillment is yours, and you will have a sexual, sensual adventure, should I say? And it won't be like drama and anguish. It's not that kind of romance. It's more romantic comedy sort of thing. So, no running away, running back. I'm a lone wolf. Love it or hate it. Um, no. There was something that was the nail in the coffin. It was one time too many, and there's no going back for them. And if they're just realizing it and you still feel connected emotionally, then that is where the retreat comes in. It's going to be a new place, or up in the mountains, or literally you just cut the cords with everything, no internet, no phone, where you're meditating and you're really being diligent and letting yourself rest and heal from something that was actually really frustrating, traumatic, and it's taken its toll. It's taken its toll. So, if the direction change that you need there with the wands is to book a mini vacation or a weekend away, you got kids, find a babysitter. You're mourning something here. A broken heart is, it's no small thing. It's like you're mourning this love and what it could have been, and there's regrets. There's regrets on both sides there, but mostly on their side. Mostly this person was very self-absorbed, and they were really apathetic when you needed them to be there for you. And this isn't about tit for tat. This isn't about, an eye for an eye. This is about you've given enough, you've done enough, and you're not being tasked to provide any closure for anyone. It's time for you to go shopping. It's time for you to go on vacation. You deserve rest, peace, and healing, all the beautiful things. You win. You're a happy squirrel. And it hurts to feel someone we love in pain. But they thought the grass was greener, and that was a delusion. That's a problem. You don't want to be with someone that's delusional anyway, that doesn't know what they've got, or they don't they don't know what they've got till it's gone. Not your problem. And if they want to hate you, that's okay. And if you want to hate them, that's okay. You don't have to be the tree hugging granola ever I love everyone all the time. You can you can say I hate what you did to me. It's like that song I hate you for what you did, and I miss you like a little kid. It's like you can miss them, but you can hate them for what they did because it was awful. And they were self absorbed, and they did lie, and they did play with your heart like it's just something to do. That's their dishonor, not yours. And you're about to be honored publicly for something that you do or who you are, and they're not invited. They're not invited. So, beauty, confidence, you coming back out of your shell if they made you feel like curling up into a little ball. So, if you're the Virgo in this situation, it's you like to help people, but you also need them to help you in return when it's their turn. I carry you on my back when you can't walk, and you carry me on yours when I can't. That's it was just never going to be fair, and you need that. Or if you are the Gemini in this situation, like you need constant communication. You need them to not check in with you because you're controlling, but this is supposed to be a relationship where you're friends. It doesn't need to be like, why are you asking me where I'm doing? It's like it needs to be not just emotionally and intellectually stimulating and sexually stimulating, but You don't want to feel like you're the nagging mother or the nagging boyfriend all the time. So it's like this was never really going to work out in your favor. So think about it that way. You dodged a bullet. And even if they come back saying the right thing, like the smooth talker they are, with the most beautiful big ring, like how did they even afford that? No. The answer is still no. You can buy your own ring. Okay. You're moving on to satisfaction and wish fulfillment and no more sad squirrel for you. Okay? Okay. I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye bye.